Welcome back to Rim Racket. Today might be my favorite episode of all time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the road takes me. But to start off, we're going to jump into the news as usual. So let's get right into the news, as they would say. Greg Popovich is recovering from a. Excuse me. Greg Popovich is recovering from a mild stroke. Get well soon to probably the greatest coach of all time, and Greg Popovich. Joel Embiid says that he wants to play in back-to-backs. He, along with Paul George, are resting today due to a back-to-back. The 76ers are 2-8. What are they doing? Do you guys want to make the playoffs or not? Play the guy. He hasn't played the first. How many games have they played? 10? He didn't play the first 9 of them. He can afford one back-to-back. Play him. Especially if he says he wants to play it. Play the damn game. You guys are not in. You have no wiggle room right now. You're 2-8. Luckily for the Cavs fans that we talked about last episode, you should end up 13-0 tonight. Tim Hardaway Jr. His scans came back negative after receiving an elbow to the face that required stitches. Jose Alvarado out at least 6 weeks due to a hamstring injury. The Pelicans are now without Jose Alvarado, Zion Williamson, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Jordan Hawkins, and Herb Jones. They are currently 3-8, but you can't really. I mean, the injury curse. You can't stop that. Unfortunately, when that injury bug comes to your team, you're chalked. Malik Monk out 2 weeks with ankle sprain. Speaking of all of these injuries, NBA injuries are up by 35% over the last season. That's insane. I don't know what's going on differently. We've had some freak accidents like Taylor Hendricks, and we just have like these hamstring things like Zion and Jose Alvarado, who were mentioned, have problems with their hamstrings. I don't really know what's going on with the NBA injuries. Hopefully they die down because it's killing the game. But yeah, up 35% is insane. And that is honestly, that's it for the news. I haven't done this in a minute, so I'll give you a Fliff $1. For anybody that doesn't know about Fliff, not a sponsor by the way, they don't sponsor me at all. Nobody sponsors me. I have 94 subscribers. Anywho, Fliff, you download it. It's a sports gambling app thing. They give you a free dollar every day. You can turn this dollar into, I don't know, anything you can imagine. So we take this dollar, download the app. If you want to, and you do download Fliff, there is a referral code for me in the comments if you would be nice enough to use it. We go to the NBA, because that's what we cover here. We go look at the games. I'm going to choose only money lines because I do not want to waste a whole bunch of time on this because some people just don't care about gambling anyways. So, Indiana Pacers versus the Magic. The way I do things around here, by the way, is I pick just who I believe is going to win. To help me do that, sometimes I'll use StatMuse. Sometimes I'll do what I'm doing right now, which is going to the ESPN app. They have a little, you can see it, but you can't read it probably. They have this circle thing, and they show percentages of what team is likely to win. The next thing I do is scroll down. I look at the injury report, and the Pacers, Obi Toppin is a game-time decision. Aaron Nesmith is out. Andrew Nembhard is out. Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman are out for the season. But for the Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. is out and Paolo is out. So based off of this information, I'm going to go back to Fliff. Pacers are negative 110 to win. The Magic are negative 120 to win. Although the Magic are favorited, it's $1, right? What? How are you gonna get rich if you if you're scared? What something like that. I don't know. Anywho, we're gonna take the Pacers. Next team, Celtics Nets. Again, don't overthink it. Celtics, even though they just lost to the Hawks. The Bulls Knicks. I'm going with the Knicks. The Cavaliers 76ers. Picking the Cavs. The Pelicans Thunder. See, now here's where it gets interesting because the Thunder are negative 1,435 to win. That's insane. That's an insane line. We're going to skip it for now because I don't like picking negative 1,000s to win. Like yesterday, for example, again, the Celtics lost to the Hawks. They were favorited negative 1,100 something. They lost. So if you were like, yeah, the Celtics should win this game, I'm going to throw them on my ticket for a little boost, you lost. We're going to skip it for now. We might circle back around. The Bucks Pistons. I do not currently like the Bucks roster, and the Pistons just beat the Heat. So I'm going to skip it for now. The Clippers Rockets. I'm going to skip it for now. I'm going to try to get all the favorites out of the way, then we can break down the other teams. The Wizards Spurs. Taking the Spurs. The Grizzlies Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers because I'm pretty positive Ja Morant's still out. Timberwolves Blazers. Give me the Timberwolves, even though they just lost. That should light a fire. That's what I'm hoping for. The Suns Kings. This one. Now, I'm going to go check the injury report. I checked it earlier this morning because I was looking at this game and I was like, why are the Kings favored so high against the Suns when the Suns are currently tied for the first seed? The wheel shows that the Kings have 62.8% to win, while the Suns have 37.2%. Looking at the injury report, Grayson Allen is game time, Bradley Beal is game time, Gillespie is out, and Kevin Durant is out. For the Kings, Malik Monk is out. So, with that information, I think Bradley Beal plays. Yusuf Nurkic was on here earlier, I think, but he's off of it now. So they have Yusuf Nurkic, who, whatever. But they are without Kevin Durant. Do I think Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are enough to beat De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, all of them? No. But the Kings have had some bad losses. They lost to the Spurs. They lost. You know what? Like I said earlier, you can't be scared to take chances. I'm gonna go with the Suns at plus 250. We're gonna take the Suns. Mavericks Jazz. I'm taking the Mavs, even though the Mavericks Luka. I don't know what's going on with Luka. He had a good game yesterday, besides the fourth quarter. But we'll take the Mavericks. Then we're gonna circle back up. If first of all, if you want to just stop with that, $1 would turn it into $28.87 with what I just gave you. You could take stuff off, obviously, like the Suns. If you don't like that pick, switch it. It's your dollar. It's yours. Rockets Clippers. I'm gonna go check the ESPN thing. In my head, currently, I'm thinking Rockets because no, I'm thinking Clippers because I don't know. I'm just thinking Clippers. The wheel shows that the Rockets have a 61.2% chance to win. The Clippers have a 38.8% chance to win. It is in Houston. You know James Harden loves Houston. For basketball reasons and some unbeknownst to others. Kawhi Leonard is out, obviously. PJ Tucker's out, obviously. The Rockets, Jock Landale, Steven Adams, and Fred VanVleet are all game time decisions. What am I doing? I don't know. That's it. That's all I was looking for. So the Clippers have who they've been had. The Rockets have who they've had. Low key, honestly, give me James Harden back in Houston. Give me the Clippers. Then the Pistons Bucks. The Pistons are playing a back-to-back. I don't think the Bucks played yesterday. So that could sway my answer to the Bucks just for that reason. But the Pistons are a young team, so it shouldn't be. Oh, Jaden Ivey's out. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out. Simone Fontecchio is out. Asor Thompson is out. And the Bucks have Ryan Rollins, game time decision. Chris Middleton's out. Damian Lillard is out. Giannis is a game time decision. So Dame is still out, which kind of steers me away from the Bucks. But the Pistons have a bunch of people out. Do I take Giannis and whoever's left on that Bucks team that's healthy, or do I take Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Beef Stew, those guys? I don't know why I named Beef Stew. I'm gonna take. Give me the Pistons. They just beat the Heat. Maybe they're fired up. They're still fired up for today. The Pelicans Thunder, again, I really don't want to pick anything for this. If I leave the Thunder off, I put $1 in this thing. With all those picks, it's $215.77 for all of this to go right. Now, again, it is an 11-leg parlay. So, the likelihood of it happening is very slim. That's why the payout is so good. If I throw the Thunder on here, though, it takes that dollar and changes it to $230.60 for the Thunder. Again, I really do like the Thunder to win. They are without Chet, Alex Caruso, and some other pieces, but they still have Shea. So, low key, honestly, negative 1,000 for them to win without some big pieces. I will take them off. I will put $1. I'm going to put $1 in on it. I'm going to do the bet myself, obviously. And that is your Fliff dollar of the day. I don't know how long that took. Probably a lot longer than some would like. Anywho, let's get right into the main portion of today's episode, which is Steph Curry is a GOAT. For those that don't know, I do not do the GOAT argument anymore. If you like LeBron, you like LeBron. If you like Jordan, you like Jordan. If I like Jordan, you like LeBron. I cannot convince you that Jordan's the GOAT. What's the point in arguing? If I like LeBron and you like Jordan, I can't convince you that LeBron is the GOAT. Same thing with literally every other player in NBA existence. So I stopped with it. But what I will say is Steph Curry, when you think about NBA greats, he's one of them. And he ended the night with 37 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Draymond needs his flowers. He's literally one of the only reasons why we won that game. Defensively, he's a monster. He's one of the best defensive players we've ever seen with our own eyes, despite the antics whenever he turns into prime John Jones. When he's Draymond Green, great player. When he's John Jones, he costs us some games and some people some injury, which, please, for the love of God, Draymond, just be Draymond Green. Don't be anybody else. Don't be a UFC fighter. Anywho, as big as Steph Curry was on the offensive side of the court last night, Draymond Green was just that big on the defensive end. Klay Thompson in his returning game put up 22 points with 6 threes. We still love Klay over here, even though I wish he was still on the team. An argument that I have seen floating around is that the less is more theory. So we lost Klay Thompson, who is one of the Warriors' best players ever. He's sorry, something happened outside. He's on the Mount Rushmore for the Warriors. I don't know what I'm trying to say. He is a Warrior at the end of the day. Even though he's a Maverick right now, when all said and done, he retires, his jersey's going to get retired as a Warrior. He's probably going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Warrior. Everything about this man will be remembered as a Warrior. It'll probably be like, unless he wins a championship, there's probably going to be, how like people are like, oh, Tracy McGrady played for the Pistons? Same thing with Klay Thompson. He's a Warrior through and through. So, we love Klay around here. The videos that surfaced before the game, like, hey, we got to beat Klay, stuff like that. Anywho, Klay Thompson. We lost Klay Thompson. Jeez, it took me way too long to get there. We lost Klay, but we brought in so many good rotational players that it's the less is more theory, right? Because you lose a huge piece of your offense. A guy that's been there for years. However many seasons Klay was here. He's been there. He knows it all. He knows the ins and outs. Bang. You lose him. But you go get DeAnthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield. You get all these guys that are new to the system, but it's working. Maybe the less is more theory is true. I don't know. But the Warriors improved to 9-2 and are currently in a 3-way tie for first, along with the Phoenix Suns and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jerry Stackhouse has reestablished the Golden State Warriors as a defensive monster. We are 4th in defensive rating, 2nd in deflections per game, 3rd in steals per game, 4th in loose ball recoveries per game, 7th in defensive rebounds, 2nd in total rebounds, 7th in blocks, and 35th in personal fouls. Jerry Stackhouse gives out grades after every game based off of how well they defended their assignments. He's holding people accountable and praising players when they deserve it, something the Warriors haven't had in years. The Warriors are rolling on offense as well, second in points per game, third in assists per game, third in three-pointers made, fifth in three-point percentage, third in net ratings, third in offensive net ratings, and we are third in plus minus. On top of that, our bench is first in minutes per game, first in points per game, and second in net ratings. Steve Kerr's rotations as of today are working. And what I mean by as of today is if you're a Warriors fan or if you're just a basketball savant and you watch every game ever, Steve Kerr's rotations can get dumb at times. Like we could be down by, or we could have the lead by 15 points, and our bench unit comes in and they blow it. Now it's a tie game. Instead of bringing in Steph Curry, one of the greatest players of all time, and Draymond Green and all these guys that built the lead, he just keeps it not that's not what am I he keeps the starters out. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. But as of today, his rotations are very nice. It's like you never face us when we're tired because nobody's getting huge minutes. Like Steph Curry before last night, I think he was averaging 28 minutes per game. I don't remember how many he got last night. I think it was like 35 or something. But like they're never tired. It's kind of like I don't know. Like a platoon swap, but not really, because if somebody has out, like if Buddy Hield is on fire, he's gonna keep Buddy Hield out there for a little bit longer, stuff like that. But I'm praising Steve Kerr's rotations as of today. Hopefully, he keeps doing what he's doing. And if somebody falls off a cliff and they are not playing good, please do not put them in the game. Andrew Wiggins is back to playing like we know he can. Buddy Hield is providing insane shooting off the bench and is averaging 17.6 points. The Warriors are on a roll, and hopefully they continue this streak, not only for me and the other Warriors fans, but for the league sake in general. When Steph Curry came back from his injury, they spiked like 30 million viewers. So not only for viewer like increase, which is something that they're dealing with right now, is that they're worried about viewers. I'll say something about that in a minute. But also, just for basketball's sake, Steph Curry he changed the game. And the Warriors, when they're playing good, basketball is fun. Not only, like, again, I know I'm a Warriors fan, so this episode is biased, whatever. But when the Warriors are playing good, they're fun to watch. Unless, they're playing your team, and then if you guys are beating us, you love it. If you're losing, then it's like, screw the Warriors, right? But right now, they are super fun to watch because they are not only good on offense, but they're also great on defense. That's the two things of basketball, offense and defense, and they're good at both of them. They're just like the Cavs right now. They are fun to watch. That's why we talked about the Cavs last episode. Speaking of which, I think I want to do I go through and I talk about every single team as of today, like as of the week or whatever. So last episode we did the Cavs. This episode we did the Warriors. Next episode, put in the comments who you want me to talk about. You want me to talk about the Pacers, the Lakers, the whoever. Let me know who you want me to talk about, and I will talk about them. Also, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments so I can answer them next episode. It could be literally any question of all time. Again, earlier I was talking about like the GOAT conversation. If you want to hear more about that, you can ask me about that. If you want me to, hey, who's your favorite? I don't know, anything, literally anything. Put it in the comments. Back to the TV thing. I think personally, me, just a mere man with no expertise in reaching an audience, obviously. But if I had to say something, I would think that it would make more sense if you want to grow viewers. You have NBA League Pass, right? Get rid of the blackout games. Get rid of them. What's the point in having NBA League Pass if you can't use it where you live? Like the Denver Nuggets, for example. if you like the Denver Nuggets, you can't watch them. And um I forgot like what their other situation was, but this is probably wrong. But I'm just gonna go out on a limb and think that this is what it was. But I don't think they can watch it locally either, which leads them to doing only one thing: the dreaded illegal streaming. Now, um, they have to do that to watch their favorite team win the game, and a lot of people are doing illegal streaming, obviously, because here's the other thing: when the games aren't on NBA League Pass, which is literally it's in the NBA League Pass, you would think every game should be on there, especially if I'm paying what is it, $20 a month? Uh, I forgot how much for a year, but paying that much money a month to watch teams play basketball, and I think it gets higher for the more teams you want to watch. If I'm paying to watch the team, why can't I watch the team? What? That doesn't make any sense at all. It literally doesn't make any sense. Again, I don't know the statistics behind it. I know you guys make money from like TNT covering games. You know, or like ESPN gets some games, stuff like that. I get that. But why can't the game be aired on ESPN and NBA League Pass at the same time? Why can't they be aired on TNT and NBA League Pass at the same time? Maybe if you guys showed the games that were going on, you would make more money. You would get more viewers, but you don't. You have an NBA streaming service that doesn't stream NBA games. I live where I can't watch the Grizzlies. I don't even the Grizzlies aren't my favorite team. They probably aren't even in they're not in my top 3 favorite teams. But I can't watch the Grizzlies. So let's say there's a night where it's Grizzlies versus Warriors. Can't watch it. Can't watch it. I gotta look at highlights. If there's a night where there's 2 games on, and the first game was Pistons Pacers, and the next game is Grizzlies, I don't know, the Lakers, a game that should be fun to watch. I can't watch it if it's at the Grizzlies. If they're playing at the Lakers, I can watch it, but if it's at the Grizzlies, I can't watch it. And I live like 3 hours away from Memphis. Why is it a blackout game for me? I don't live in Tennessee. I don't live there. I don't get it. I'm on a tangent. I'm on a rant, but hopefully somebody from NBA sees this. Probably not, and they probably wouldn't care. But yeah, you would think if you want to grow viewers, you would use the streaming service that you made to stream the NBA games to actually stream the NBA games. That just makes sense in here. Probably wrong. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, the theme as of right now is I'm going to talk about every single team in the NBA. All 30 teams, one episode. They get their own episode. I'm going to start out with the news, like every episode. Then I'm going to possibly do the Fliff thing. I don't know. Nobody's ever done the Fliff thing, so probably going to, I don't know. It's just something fun for me. Then I talk about the team. Then I talk about whatever, like I just did with the NBA rant thing. So next episode, give me a team in the comments. If there's multiple comments, I'll pick one of them. I'll cover the team. Then we'll move on to the next one, and we'll keep going. 2 teams down, 28 to go. Let me know who you want me to talk about. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And yeah, that's it. Peace out. See ya.